Hey, check out these highlights specifically geared towards IAE and Gavin Rothley's experiences making the Gladius. Very cool, short little clips. Guarantee it's worth the watch. Be sure to subscribe if you'd like more content like this. Always making it. Thank you and enjoy. The Argo ship that's going to be mentioned is an industrial vessel for cargo, and the MISC ship is likely an explorer. More talk on that after the highlights.
You've been with Star Citizen as a freelance outsourcer since 2014. You've worked on what our best guess is 26 ships, including 2 new ships you're about to see at IAE. Don't you say nothing. Let me see if I get in trouble. He's got 2 new ships coming at IAE.
I honestly, it's going to be the Gladius, the first one I ever did, and for a very specific reason. And this is another thing about why I personally love working on Star Citizen. It's Mark Hamill's ship. In the Star Citizen universe, it's basically Mark Hamill's X-Wing. And I got to watch that lovely, like, 2-minute cinematic of, I forget the character's name in verse, actually. But basically, being reunited with his ship. And he's, like, just running his hand along it and having his memories of his old ship. And, oh, man, look, I've got some goosebumps going on here. I haven't even seen those on the resolution on the camera, but I get to see that. I get to design this thing and then hand it over and, you know, be happy with the work I've done. But then all this other work gets done, and then that drops, like, you know, way down the road, like that comes out. And then I get to watch it, and I'm just like, God damn, that's Luke Skywalker. And he's like running his hands all over my ship. I love it.
Let's see, at IAE, let's think of what we can say here. Let's say that folks can take a look forward to Argo Day, and folks should take a look forward to MISC Day. That's about all we'll share today. Keep your eye out for Argo Day and MISC Day, and for MISC,
I like a big MISC.
And I cannot lie.
How big is too big, though, Jared? Can a big ship be too big? They can't, can they? That's another thing I really love about working on Star Citizen, to be honest. It's a range of of scale that I get to work on. You do something like the Crusader Ares, and it's like a cool little sports car. Then you do something like the Kraken, and it's like a 1/4 mile long flying aircraft carrier. It's awesome. And it's all in the same universe. It all needs to kind of fit together and belong together. Are you comfortable there?
Oh yeah, I'm very comfortable.
At the beginning of the video, I led with the Argo, nicknamed the Argo Cargo Senior. It has an official name that's supposedly leaked. I'm not going to mention it. But the Argo freight vehicle is been leaked a few times now. At least the pictures of it officially leaked. So I put the picture at the beginning, and it is expected to be at IAE. It is expected to be on Argo Day. Now I want to talk about the MISC Explorer ship. It is believed that in the bottom left corner on the A line there, that is the MISC Explorer. Just you need to make it look a lot bigger in order to picture how big this thing is. It is believed this will be a competition to the Carrack, or maybe a bit smaller than the Carrack. And I've been talking with a few different folks. Mason mentioned something interesting, that he suspects that it will have its own hook, what will be unique to make it its own ship. So I am very curious about that myself. I think the Carrack has the drones to work with, and you also have a lot of factors to play. Will it have medical? Likely, if it's an explorer vessel of that size. As Jarrett really mentioned, he exaggerated that it's really big. I think the Carrack's pretty big, and it will be an interesting option. If you look at the way the pods are constructed on that design, if they go with that design, we've seen other confirmations of a very blurred out variant of that picture, where it is still showing that it's most likely that design. So what are those rounded modules? It probably won't be drones, because Carrack is currently the drone capability. It has a whole room devoted just to them, an engineering room to the side of that room. So the idea would obviously be you could take modules and repair them, like on an Explorer vessel. That'd be very useful. So that may be the Carrack's kind of selling feature. The Carrack's a very old design too, and it has a hangar that takes up a tremendous amount of space. So if I was to wager that it would go to the MISC strengths to also have a scanning rig, just like the Carrack, maybe something rigged slightly differently, designed for different kinds of exploration, and maybe have a different style, maybe slightly less combat oriented. The Anvil Carrack was pressed into service in the UEE, and it has basically an inverted cross would be the best analogy to think of its turret coverage. It has excellent turret coverage for its size, and it's more of an armored kind of lumbering creature of an older design. It's less efficient. I mentioned before that its toilets are almost a luxury, strangely. Its bathrooms, showers, and toilets are split up, and they take up a ton of space inside the ship. And that's, I think, something else that can be addressed in a Golden Pass in the future, unless they want to keep that older aesthetic to really hammer home that this ship is hundreds of years old in design. So it would be very interesting to see a modern explorer ship versus the rugged, older design that's a military explorer vessel. So it would be really cool to see what MISC can do. MISC is also not afraid to mix in alien technologies. I think of the advanced sensor suites they have inside their cockpit in some of their ships. I think of the designs that would likely have better tractor beam coverage for their ships and recovery. MISC has a lot of hauling street cred, I guess you could call it, galaxy cred. And that is something that I would be very excited and keen to see. I would like to see a bigger ramp on a MISC, or some type of detachable external storage that could be then internalized. I could see a situation where you have maybe multiple tractor beams with dynamic coverage. So translation, you could hover over a site with excavations and relics and such, and it would be easier to utilize the MISC new ship to be able to explore those sites, find them, scan them, find them while you're flying, and support your ship, support smaller vessels or landing crew, that away crew that would go down and take care of it, and then have the means through those tractor beams to quickly be able to capitalize on what you find. Whereas on the Carrack, it may be more requirement to land, pull out an Ursa rover, fly a little Pisces, and it would be a little more in-depth, and it would be a little more risky for the ship. I would like to see something that's more high-speed, low-drag version of exploration, where this ship can kind of sit or land very quickly, deploy that team, and then have a means to be able to pull them back very, very, very quickly, maybe using alien tech. A lot like the Banu Merchantman has these unique cargo grids that can come down and hover, and you can load up with a tractor beam, nice coverage, and then bam, you're out of there. Or BMM technically has gantry, but I'll settle for some tractor beams inside. So I'm very curious to see what they'll do with this design. So what do you guys think? If you'd like to put some comments below, I'm always appreciative of public comments. Or if you'd like to talk, privately, I'm always available on Discord. RedJ #0001. This is just a smaller video I'm trying to get off to celebrate IAE, start enjoying the hype, and really thinking about what your options are. I know there's some concierge options that have just opened up with a bunch of Hercules packages for just concierge members, over $1,000 USD. What I recommend is to keep your powder dry, even if you have that kind of store credit or you're willing to spend that kind of money, because there are these options. IAE starts on the 19th. Be sure to check out IAE2951.com to see the full schedule, and I'll see you then. Take care and fly safe.